Welcome back to another episode of the Harrogate Town RTG career mode here on FC25, where today is a very important day. We have the second leg of the Champions League quarterfinals against Barcelona, where we are currently down 3-2. We actually scored a very important goal to make it 3-2 at the end of that game. It was down 3-1. The other fixtures are AS Monaco, Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid versus Roma, Juventus versus Borussia Dortmund. We also have FA Cup semi-final action possibly on today's card as well against Aston Villa. We are currently sitting 6th in the Premier League. I did quick sim a game off camera against Fulham. Y'all seen that on the calendar. We won 2-1, in which now we are sitting 2 points behind not top of the table, but 2 points behind top 4 with a game in hand against Chelsea. So theoretically, in all retrospect, we are 1 point behind Man United, who would be in that top 4 spot if they obviously pick up a win there. And in fact, that's actually our first Premier League game of the episode today. That's the second game of the episode after the Barcelona game. We are taking on Manchester United, which could be a very important top 4 decider. We also have Newcastle United right after that as well. So very important episode today. There's theoretics that we might not play the Aston Villa semifinal today. It depends on how Barcelona goes. It depends on how these other 2 Premier League games go. But for now, it is Barcelona in the Champions League quarterfinals, down 3-2 on aggregate. Let's get to it. Here we go. Second leg of the Champions League quarterfinals here against Barcelona. Down 3-2 on aggregate. Away from home now. Kadastas. Stryorkins. He's going to hit it first time. Saved. Very easily saved. And Lamine Yamal now. Costalos. Pereira. Fofana. Navarrete. Fofana. Easy shot to save, but the keeper parries it out for a corner. Costalos. Fofana. 1-0 Barcelona. 2-goal aggregate lead. Stryorkins. Into Durdov. And Durdov now down the right-hand side. And Durdov is in behind. And Durdov. Sonny Cox. George. I almost said Stryorkins. Header comes in from who's that? Durdov is 1-1. I don't know what the heck just happened there. Kadastas now down the left-hand side. Kadastas down the left-hand side. Kadastas down the left-hand side. Sonny Cox. Saved by Schuster. This keeper is flipping insane. Costalos, that could be it. It's game over. We're out of the Champions League. George. Durdov. To Golan. Fofana could be through here. Fofana is through. Fofana tried to do too much with it. And now Durdov down the right-hand side. Durdov against Gabriel. Durdov. Sonny Cox. Schuster again. Oh, now wide for Kalashi. Fresh legs. And Sema Kalashi now. Sema. Can you find Irakunda? Heavy touch. That was the equalizer there. And that's game over. We're out of the Champions League. Barcelona knock us out. Champions League, we're out. It's time to focus on getting back to the Champions League for next season. Harrogate Town versus Manchester United. And an equally as important game as at Barcelona. This is a top 4 decider possibly. George. Kadastas. Intercepted. George. Kadastas. Sonny Cox. 1-0. Harrogate Town take the lead here. And Sonny Cox finally does score a goal. Couldn't score one against Barcelona, but he can score here against Manchester United. Take what he can get sometimes, I guess. Luis Open, I was not paying attention. It's 1-1. Sonny Cox. George. Can we hit him off for the goal kick? I should say the goal kick. The kickoff. 2-1. Harrogate Town take the lead back. Sonny Cox. George. 3-1. Harrogate Town. Luis Openda to make it 3-2. Not saved. Into the back of net. 3-2. Carrot sauce. Into Sonny. Sonny Cox. 4-2. It's back and forth a little bit here. That's going to go in. Wow. They get a fortune bounce there. Luis Openda makes it 4-3. Sonny Cox. George. 5-3. We redouble the lead here for the 5th time. Luis Openda. 5-4. It's goal number 4 for Luis Openda. He's keeping Man United alive in this game here. George. Crossed in. Durdov, no, second ball, Durdov, yes, game over, 6-4. A 10-goal thriller against Manchester United. Vamos. Is Luis Openda going to score 5? No. Maybe. He theoretically could still, but he won't. Bindon will clear up the field. That is game over. A massive win against Manchester United. A 6-4, 10-goal thriller in which George scored 4? No, he scored 3, so he had a hat-trick in today's game. A massive battle in the top 4 race. We are going to go ahead and simulate through here against Newcastle United versus Harrogate Town. Sonny Cox opens up the scoring, 1-0. Durdov makes it 2-0. And a very important 2-0 win with Cox and Durdov scoring in the first half. A massive another battle for the top 4 football. FA Cup action. We're back at Wembley for the 2nd time this season. Hopefully not the last. Harrogate Town versus Aston Villa in the FA Cup semi-finals here. Remember, Aston Villa are fighting for the Premier League title. We're fighting for top 4. That's what's on the card here. Arsenal already into the final. They won against Middlesbrough. They beat them 1-0. So they're in the FA Cup final. Last time we played Aston Villa, I think I jumped to simulation because we got dominated. Could be. Yeah, we lost like 4-1 or something like that. That's right. We lost 4-1 to them last time. Jacobs now on the ball. Jacobs down the wing. Cross comes in. It's a loose one. Diallo gets it back in the box, but it's dealt with there. And now Durdov down the right-hand side. And Durdov looks to find Carasas. Into Sonny Cox, who might have stepped offside. That's why I cut back. I fully thought he cut offside. He didn't. Sonny Cox finds the back of the net. It's 1-0 for Harrogate Town. Vamos. Lewis Miley. George. Sonny. 2-0. Harrogate Town. Dominant in the first 20 minutes here of the FA Cup final. A complete turnaround from the last time we played Villa. We only scored 1 goal in 90 minutes. We scored 2 in 20 so far. Miley. George. Crossed in. Sonny Cox. Header in. Offside. That one he's offside. Yandio. Yandio. It's a good cut back. Into the back of the net. Durdov counterattack. Cox is wide open here. Jacobs trying to come across. And Sonny Cox to make it 3-1. Could put us 1 step foot into that final. And 1 step into getting back to Wembley. 3-1. Corner comes in. Reed heads it down. But straight to Kamada. His shot blocked. And the referee should blow his whistle. He will. 3-1 up here at the halftime break. 45 minutes away from being Wembley bound again for another domestic cup final. We won the FA Cup 2 seasons ago. We got to the semifinal now. Was 3 seasons in a row, I guess, theoretically. We lost in the semifinals last season. Frank Chess. Ian Diamande gets it in. It's 3-2. Aston Villa not completely done and out of this. Montero. Ian Diamande. Diamande. 3-3. Ian Diamande draws level. Mezier coming on for Bindon. Sonny Cox, wow. The defenders didn't close him down, and we was able to just let it trot through. George is in behind. 5 for Harrogate Town. We are into the final of the Emirates FA Cup here. We take down Aston Villa. Montero and Diamande makes it a little bit more of a acceptable score line, but at the end of the day, it's Harrogate Town in the FA Cup final, and Aston Villa are going home sad. Sorry about that. 5-4. What's going on with these insane amount of goals being scored? Making up for the goals we couldn't score against Barcelona, I guess. When we come back next episode, it will be the season finale, where we are currently 3 points behind Chelsea in the top 4 race, but we do have a game in hand. we will close out the season next episode. We also have the FA Cup final to try and get another piece of silverware for this season in that episode. So your 5 games left to go are Norwich, Manchester City, Tottenham, Brighton in the Premier League. We also have Arsenal in the FA Cup final. We will probably play just these 3 games, the 3 Big Six, and sim through the rest of the 2. I will see all that for tomorrow. Leave a like, subscribe, and peace out.